Hello, welcome to camp. So I know there's like 10,000, maybe more other people out there online making videos and selling, talking about emergency preparedness, survival stuff, selling gear and all that kind of thing. So what really makes us different? I'm going to tell you the big place or the big thing that we focus on, and the reason I'm really starting this company, the social media, the videos and things like that, is because I think there's gaps in what everybody else is talking about, and I think that we're overlooking the most important aspect of emergency preparedness and survival, and that's mindset. It's not the gear that you have. A lot of people think that preparedness is simply the accumulation of gear. That's not it. It's what's in your head. It's what's in your head and in your heart. That's what's going to make the difference. And in the preparing for a situation, any type of dangerous situation, a survival, an emergency, disaster, anything like that, it's really in how you think about it and how you think in the preparation of it that is going to be probably going to be one of the single biggest factors as to how you come through that. And there's a difference in surviving an event and thriving during it. And what I want to do is help people not just survive an event, because we can survive a lot of things, but it's being able to come through it in a way that, the best way possible and thrive under some of these situations rather than just survive it, just get through it, still be breathing at the end of it. So that's really where everything on social media, the videos that we make is going to be different, is that it's more in the mindset and the preparation that goes into that, patterns of thinking, how to think about things, how to break down your actions and decisions and trace them back to the thoughts that led to them. Because if you think about it, and a lot of times people don't want to think about it, all of your actions, everything that you do in life is a result of a decision that was a result of a thought that you had. And we'll get into the OODA loop and understanding how we process information, how we, especially high stress, emergency, self-defense type of things, and how we can be mentally geared up for that and have the mindset to thrive, not just survive, but to thrive in those conditions. And that's really what's going to make the difference. That's really where I feel like is being overlooked. Yeah, 10,000 people out there talking about gear and what knife and what bag and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's important, but all of that gear won't save you. It's what's in your head. It's the mindset that you have. And a lot of times people have gear, but they don't even know why. It's just because they watched some guy on YouTube and he said, hey, have this gear. The other thing that I want to motivate, if I do one thing, it's to motivate you to get out and practice and learn on your own. And not to just take what I say or anybody says as, absolute, the authority or the absolute end of the matter. But what I do works for me, and I try to tweak it to where I think it works for most people. But ultimately, you have to get out and test it and make sure that it works for you. And if I do one thing, it's to motivate you to think. I just want to get you to think through your situation, your life, your family, and what are your needs going to be, and how are you going to meet those needs in an emergency or disaster situation. And then practice that so that you're confident in it. That's ultimately what my motivation is to do, is to motivate you to simply think it through and test it for yourself. Don't just believe what I say. Don't just believe what anybody else says. but test it and make sure that it works for you and your family situation. And that's the difference. And I believe that it will make the difference. And from my own experience, that is what makes the difference. Is it's not the accumulation of the gear that you have, it's what's in your head and in your heart. That's what's going to save you in an emergency or disaster situation. And being able to apply the skills and knowledge that you have in a stressful situation. If your life is in danger, that's the most high stress situation a human being can be in, especially if your family's involved in that and they're there with you. There is no greater stress than that. And being able to have the confidence to apply your skills and knowledge in a stressful situation, that's really what preparedness is about. Being out here, this is no big deal. But can you apply the skills that you have under stress when you know that your life and your family's life, your loved one's life could depend on the decisions that you make, the skills that you have, and can you really do what you think that you can do? Are you prepared to do the things that you need to do to survive? That's what really counts. That's what makes the difference, will make the difference. And if I can motivate you and help you develop the patterns of thought into how to explore and look into situations and process that ahead of time, and then organize and accumulate the gear that you know is going to help you and that you're confident with and that you've used, ultimately that's my goal. That's what I'm here to do, is to help you do that. So I hope that you will subscribe, and we got a lot more to come. This is just kind of an overview and an introduction into what makes EvaqU8 Survival different from everything else out there. And it's going to come down to what's in your head and in your heart. That's what saves you, not the stockpile of gear that you have.